seconds. Okay. There we go, and we're good. So welcome back, everyone. I did a show yesterday. I'm doing another show today. I mean, like my co-host does have Wi-Fi back. She just can't do tonight. That was yesterday. Like she lives in Pennsylvania or Philadelphia. So like after Ida came through and just like destroyed her whole like town, like suburb of Philadelphia.
Mm.
So like I mean like she said she got lucky. Like the street like two streets over was like a war zone. Her street was decent, but like she literally got Wi-Fi back like Tuesday evening.
Yeah, it was bad here as well, for sure. So
We got nothing, and
wow,
you think I'm only 4 hours north of you, or
right,
north. I should say northeast of you.
northeast, but pretty close, So
Yeah,
yeah,
we
yeah, I
got
got.
we got wind. It was not much wind either.
Okay, that. Yeah, I would take. We got a little bit of flooding and all that. It was a rough day for sure.
But everything okay overall though, your house and all that.
Yeah, yeah. We're fine. We're struggling through. It sounds like I made out better than your co-host did, so that's
Yeah,
I'll take it.
and we're not in New York City either,
Yeah, right.
or Louisiana. I mean, like
Yeah.
lots of thoughts and prayers with everyone that's involved. And anyway, so like football, yeah, it was an interesting week zero. Like it was one of the best, I think. Like the holy defense.
Yeah. I mean, week one of college was it was good. I mean, it's probably the biggest slate that we've had for that first week. I mean, Georgia, Clemson, that defensive game, and Alabama, Miami. Those two games. Well, I mean, Miami couldn't compete, but look, it was pretty hyped up. I was excited to watch for sure.
Oh, absolutely. And then we had Penn State and Wisconsin, or no,
Yeah.
Wisconsin, yeah. Like, and I mean, I had so many friends betting on these games and they're betting the over. I'm like, why? They have defense. This is not
Yeah.
the Big 12, okay? They play defense everywhere else.
Yeah, it's look, it was fun. I enjoy good defense sometimes. I mean, that Wisconsin Penn State game, sometimes it was just bad quarterback play, not good defense, but I'll take it.
Yeah, yeah, against Spain's good defense. No, yeah, you're right. It's like yeah, Penn State had 34 yards in the first half of offense.
Yeah. And
And they were
their guys wide open, and Sean Clifford couldn't hit them. He couldn't, they have probably two receivers that will go in the top 100 of the draft eventually, and couldn't hit him in the first half.
he couldn't hit him. Like, yeah, it was like what? I mean, Penn State prides themselves on their offensive line. It's like, guys, do something.
I know. Well, that was probably my worst miss. Like their left tackle, Rasheed Walker, this guy's going to be the next big, right? I kind of staked my claim like he's going to be a top 10 pick. Like he's going to be it. I saw it.
He's Levi Brown.
He was terrible, and then he was terrible in this game. I was like, oh no, like I look like such a dumb, dumb right there.
Yeah, like I said, like a lot of people's, like I was gonna say, a lot of people's draft stock plummeted. I mean, or like it was like, or the worst case, you've got really bad film on them.
Yeah,
North Carolina quarterback had what 3 picks and lost.
Right.
Sam Harrell or
Sam Howell.
Howell. Sorry,
he had been no, that's all good. He'd come in as a freshman, true freshman 2 years ago, and really lit it up. With Mac Brown there. People were like, whoa, here's a guy that wasn't a top tier recruit. And then last year, kind of did the same thing. But he lost his top 2 receivers, went to the NFL. Diami Brown, Daz Newsome both were drafted. His top 2 running backs went to the NFL. Javonte Williams, Michael Carter both drafted. And so week 1, it's Virginia Tech. They're solid, but not great. He struggled. I don't think it was as bad as the stat line said. Like the one pick was tipped at the line. Another one, he threw a perfect pass, and the receiver literally got wrestled away from him on the ground. But it wasn't good. It wasn't like number 1 overall, what you want to see. So he definitely opened the door. And that's Oklahoma's quarterback, Spencer Rattler, kind of in the same situation. Didn't play a top tier team in Tulane and struggled, had some bad passes, had some great passes. So those guys are supposed to be the top 2. And now it's kind of open a little bit more.
I gotta wonder though if that game was in New Orleans, would have Tulane won that game?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely
It's
may
in
have
my head
happened.
now. It's yeah, and what's the name? The guy from Oregon is in a walking boot with his like a high ankle sprain or foot injury.
Yeah, yeah.
The
I mean,
pass rusher.
Kayvon Thibodeau, who is the best player in this class. It's not even close, that close. Um, so I wonder if he even plays again, like, kind of like Nick Bosa a couple years ago, got hurt, could have come back. It's like, why,
Nah,
why
why?
do it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's almost like the Ed Oliver theory. Like he's like, I'm gonna sit out my junior year. I don't need to play.
Right. And he was right,
Yeah,
so
yeah. I mean, it didn't hurt Bosa at all. I'm just saying, or
yeah.
either Bosa. I mean, gosh, like they're just animals, and
And I think if we see this year success of some of those guys that opted out too, I think it just is more cues to the NFL. Like, do we really need to see another year, a third year ultimately?
I mean, it was funny hearing 6-year senior like a lot.
It's this 2022 draft. That's going to be the most interesting thing because it's the largest draft class in NFL history by far, by hundreds.
Yeah. I heard it was something like what 2,100. I heard the number, something like that they were throwing around.
Yeah, I think
Eligible prospects.
I mean 2,100, a little over 2,100 eligible. I think we'll probably see a little over 1,500 enter. Right, you can not
There's
fill out the
250
paperwork.
picks.
Right.
I can math.
Like it's going to be
I was
bonkers.
I was telling my friend who loves this more than anyone is Dwayne Johnson for the
Okay.
XFL. Is like you got your whole, you can like, hey, you can have, okay, these leftovers, these guys would be probably draft picks if they didn't, like,
It's a good call. Yeah.
I mean, we talk about it, I mean, I was telling everyone, do not trade in the, if I was a team, I would not be trading picks away in this draft class.
Right. And we saw that with the camp cuts, like fourth, fifth rounders getting cut. It's because this last year was so small. It was the smallest ever.
Yeah, I
So
was like, do I keep them?
yeah. So it's and then once you get, like you said, once you get some of these undrafted free agents next year, they're probably going to be better than the fourth and fifth rounders you drafted. So
Yeah,
I don't.
yeah, it's gonna be. I mean, it's gonna be a war on the phones right as soon as Mr. Relevance picked.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great. I would
I,
not
I
want. I would not want to be in a war room next year.
yeah, there's going to be. I think it's going to be really tough. Last year was the first time I had definitely watched every player that got drafted, and like there's almost no chance this time. There's almost no chance, but
I wish
there's going to be a
if you
lot to
do
go through.
if you do it, you'll be my hero for life.
Like I'm trying. I think I'm up to like, probably like a thousand that I've seen. Not well. I'm not saying like I know everything about them or
Right, but
like,
you know
but
they exist.
but I could give you two sentences, of what I
Right.
saw, right or wrong. So I'm hopeful to get there, but it's going to be an uphill battle for sure.
I say invest in some Monster Energy drinks and call it a day.
Man, yeah, I might have to.
We have to burn that yellow thing behind you, by the way, just for the record.
What's
That
Oh, yeah. Here, we
you're like
can
what? Like, oh
zoom it in there.
yeah. This guy behind me, I think he's right here to say something about it. Yeah, that's Josh Allen behind me. In case you can't
Oh,
make out
there you
who it
go.
is.
No,
Yeah, I have a few Bills papers on my wall behind me.
it's awesome though. I love it. I like that.
Yeah, it's like mostly like there's some friends mixed in, but a lot of them are Bills players. Like I mean, I got like Shady McCoy over here. Like I said, Lorenzo in here, Micah Hyde and Julian Stanford here. What's his name? The Poyer. He gives no love anywhere, so I can't remember his name. And there's Josh Allen right behind me. Like it's just like yeah, like Tremaine or Jerry Hughes is like right next to me over here. Yeah, it's like it was just like I did a charity event with Lorenzo Alexander, like, and they were all there. And it's like 2 years ago. It was like the
Yeah,
coolest thing ever to me. Because I'm
yeah.
like, oh, I mean,
It's
like I'm
neat.
meeting Josh Allen before he became a star. I'm sorry, 3 years ago it was before his rookie year. Like this guy hasn't thrown a ball yet, and yet he's like the most beloved person in Buffalo right now. And now look at him.
Yeah. Hey,
He did,
that's
yeah,
what happens.
Like I said, it's gonna be quiet and somber, especially when he gets introduced like on Sunday.
Oh yeah, yeah.
There's gonna be a couple MVP chants.
I got a long season to go, so
Yeah, not to jinx him or anything, but
yeah,
yeah.
right. It's gonna be a tough to follow up last year and do that again, but
If he keeps, who the heck knows? Like I said, I mean, Jordan Palmer said he hasn't even reached even close to reaching his potential yet, which scares me. I mean, like, and they think they got better, in my opinion, as we I mean, they added Emmanuel Sanders, who you're familiar with being on the Steelers. I mean, like, he's a man. To my eyes, it is. I mean, he's older now, but to me, he's a man coverage beater.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
he's not gonna burn you like John Brown did last year, but he will get open, and Josh will find him.
Yeah, which is, I mean, that's really what you need, and it's something I personally wasn't a fan of him coming to the NFL. Like I didn't think it was there. And then just, the Bills have adapted everything to his talents and developed him. Like it's been amazing. It shows the
Well,
organization's really turned it around.
I think the biggest thing that helped him is consistency. Like you have the same offensive coordinator 3 years in a row,
Yeah. Which is
and
rare in the NFL nowadays.
especially when your team wins.
Right.
Wait, Dabo didn't take a job somewhere, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's crazy.
and
But
same with, I mean, Leslie Frazier's gonna stay put probably because he's been there, done that, and it's like, yeah, I'm good.
right, right. And but yeah, Davis got to take something soon. When a good opportunity arises, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I could see if the Giants do bad, maybe, but I mean, that's projecting way too far in the future right now.
I don't think you have to project too much for the Giants to be bad, but
Yeah, but I mean, if they're bad this year, man, they're gonna be cleaning house hugely. I mean, it's gonna be like general manager, coach, front office, quarterback, running back. It's gonna be like you name it, they're gonna be gone.
yeah. That's why I said like they're gonna run injured Saquon into the ground to try to save their
Backsides.
try to save their jobs as much as they can.
And I think that's hopefully his knee won't explode again. Yeah.
It sucks.
So yeah, and like I said, I'm your resident injury expert, so yeah, it does suck.
Yeah, right.
So yeah, I'm running on fumes right now, admittedly, because I've been up since like 1:45 this morning.
Oh, geez.
I worked at 3, got out at 1:30, had a doctor's appointment at 2, got my haircut done at 3:30, and now I got this at 8 o'clock at night. I am and no nap.
Oh man, yeah. I would have squeezed a nap in there. I'm the king of naps, so I'm all
and
over that.
and no caffeine.
Yeah, well, yeah. That's even harder.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, it's more irritable to be honest with you, but yeah. So I mean, anyone stick out back to like week 1 of the college football season, anyone like holy cow, this guy might like have like up the stock significantly, like.
We talk about the quarterbacks that hurt themselves. I think the one that helped himself the most was Monday night, was Matt Corral, the quarterback from Mississippi. Who last season went toe to toe with Alabama, dropped almost 50 points on that defense. Had 2 terrible games last year, a 5 interception game and a 6 interception game. But like he has some of that Zach Wilson in him, like RPO, quick passes, lightning release, can throw the ball down the field decently, not always the most accurate down the field. But playing in the SEC, has had success, can run a little bit. He's definitely a player that's boosted up into my first round, conversation at this point, and probably will be there in my next mock draft in 2 weeks.
Oh, you're gonna do one every day, Gene?
Yeah. I mean, every 2 weeks is close. Look, I do have a draft countdown, so I started that back up.
Yeah, that's so cool. Like I did favorite my something again because obviously because we're friends and whatnot.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. Yeah, so I do have a 7-round 2022 mock I released yesterday, and then a 7-round 2023 mock and a 3-round 2024 mock draft. So
hopefully he puts a little weight on. I mean, they're listing him at 6'2", 205. I'd try to get him to like 215 maybe.
Yeah, for sure. He's definitely a little bit on the light end, but it is,
I mean, I'm not expecting Josh Allen to be like him to be Josh Allen and be like 245 at 6'2", but
right.
I don't want to see like a guy looks like a kicker out there.
Yeah, and he's he's probably going to come in 6'1". I would imagine, as most players do.
Wait, they lay what their height?
Oh my god, it's so bad. Like looking at even some of the verified Blisto heights and weights, it's like that's not even close to what they're listed at.
I remember like who was it? The old tackle for the Chargers. Malcolm McNeil was like 6'9.5" at Auburn. And he comes out, he's like he's just above 6'6". It's like, how big are his cleats?
Yeah. What was happening with the yardstick that day? Like,
oh yeah, that was like a generous mark. I'm like, yeah, he's a big guy, but it's like, but he's not six, and he's no 6'9".
Yeah. It happens all the time. It kind of sucks trying to do this and figure it out.
It's like pro wrestling when they exaggerate weights. It's like the same thing. It's like, I get it, you're like larger than life, but some guys, like, it's scary when they're right.
Yeah, right.
it's like someone like I'll segue into the Bill Steelers game. Someone like a Gregory Rousseau. I mean, like, he is a large human. Holy, like, because my seats for the Bills games are like 6 rows from the field.
Oh,
and I usually get there pretty early. And it's like a college atmosphere. Like, you're right there when they walk out.
That's crazy.
And I see him, I'm like, oh, good. He's huge. Holy cow.
Wow. Like, those arms. I mean, that arm length is
83.5 inches. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
I think he found a move. People like, oh, he doesn't have a move. It's like, dude, he stiff arms the left tackle and just breaks through and just kills the quarterback.
Yeah.
Works for me. Like, oh, you're gonna run by me? No, I got these tree trunks for arms. You're not getting by me. Good luck. And apparently he's gonna be starting on Sunday. He's gonna be the left defensive end, so that should be interesting. I mean, let's see. You've got what, 2 rookies starting on offensive line, the Steelers offensive line. Zach Banner's out. I don't know how long. I think he's
hopefully for the year. We'll be better if he doesn't come back. So
yeah, it was like when Buffalo signed Bobby Hart. I'm like, why the hell do you sign him?
Like,
in Miami signed him to the practice squad. I'm like, I would rather run with 4 offensive linemen than have Bobby Hart as my 5th lineman.
Yeah. I like Zach Banner is such a good guy, such a cool dude. Like, it sucks when they're like good people and you're like, look,
you're not good. Yeah,
isn't for you. You know,
you're just a massive human being, and you're not good.
Yeah,
but yeah, you're a great guy.
Yeah, but I mean, I think, Dan Moore, the rookie, so we'll have 2 starting rookies on the offensive line. I think
against a pretty nasty Bills defense, pretty confident Bills defense. It's gonna be like, oh, okay. So, hopefully Ben has that quick release he had last year.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely looks better. Like, I covered training camp for a couple days for 24/7 Sports, and Ben looks a lot better than he did last year. It's night and day.
Well, he was recovering from Tommy John still.
Right. So I think people were just like writing him off. Like, I think he'll be good, but it's still
that last game's in everyone's head still though.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think the Steelers like starting lineup is really good, but the depth isn't there that you kind of need. And that's what, I feel like the Steelers could win this game against the Bills just because they're relatively healthy and it's early, but it's probably not likely. And then, if they would meet again in the playoffs, like, the Steelers probably get crushed. That's probably what would happen.
Especially if quote unquote pissed off Josh Allen shows up.
Oh yeah. I mean, that probably wouldn't be good. And I would imagine Steelers secondary is not going to hold up great.
And also don't play Renegade for the Bills. It doesn't help them. It makes them stronger.
Yeah, they're still gonna play Renegades, so it's
just don't do it again. Just skip against the Bills.
It's gonna be bad.
They played it all like that week they played them in Steelers. Like, was it 2 years ago now?
Yeah.
The part of me, they listened to it for and then like 2 entire practices straight.
That's funny.
Well, yeah, because it does flip the crowd and gets them in the game. But like, if you have it here, like, yeah, like, it's a song.
Yeah, right.
If you hear it all day for like all day for 2 days straight,
Like,
you're
nope,
like, oh, you're like, okay, that's nice, whatever. And the Bills fans, both players are dancing in the stand, like the field, like to it. It's like, yeah, it's not really working.
yeah, like, okay, no. So it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a good game. I think it'll be close. I mean, I'm excited to see some of the Bills' young guys. I love Rousseau. I love Gabe Davis. I'm definitely a big fan of his. So I
Yeah,
think it'll be fun.
you should watch the video of like when the Bills like did, like undrafted like last year. I think no, it was like I forgot what it's called. It was like one of the Bills like special training camp things, and they're interviewing all the players they took, and
Oh,
it's
that's
just
cool.
when the coolest one was with Gabe Davis, and you can see like Brandon Bean going, "Please be slower," because he's like, "I want him." Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get him.
Yeah, like, oh no.
I mean, right now I think Gabe Davis is the 5 receiver in Buffalo or 4 or 5. I mean, that's just crazy to think.
Really? Oh man, I was really hoping for
Well, no,
better this season.
it's just such a stacked receiver room.
Sure, sure. Yeah. I mean, so obviously Stephon Diggs won. What, Emmanuel Sanders?
Yeah, then Cole Beasley, and I think HUA is the
No.
4. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, he'll get
Yeah.
like a line if you put a linebacker on him or like a not good safety. Good luck.
Yeah. I just forget about Cole Beasley. I try to forget him. So
Yeah, and well, he's a little hard to hide on Twitter.
it's something.
Oh, trust me, Bills fans are sick of it. I can tell you straight up.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. I'm
It's
sure.
just like like I mean, I support you, but shut up. Dude,
Let
I'm
it
just
go,
like
man.
every update we get with like the new COVID news, he'll tweet something. It's like shut up.
Yeah. We don't need that. Thanks.
I'm almost surprised they didn't cut him for that.
Yeah, I mean, and like you said, they have a good room. Like I thought it was possible, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, they get the only they got some apparently like Marquez Stevenson, the rookie they got from Houston, was it?
Houston, yeah.
Yeah, he did that punt return on that busted ankle of his.
Oh wow, he's good. He's experienced. Like I thought he'd even get drafted a little bit higher for that speed. So I think it was a
Yeah, I was
good
like,
pick.
yeah, I was like, oh, I mean, I saw him, I'm like, oh, this guy's fast. Like I said, this guy's really, really quick.
Yeah, and he's smart. He plays smart. So it's just
I
two
mean,
good things to have.
if I don't know if I don't know if he's playing Sunday, but like Isaiah McKenzie, I mean, it seemed like between the Miami game and going forward, it's like he grew like 5 years experience in 2 weeks. Like if you watch that Miami game week 17 last year, it's like, where the hell did he come from? Like he's running precise routes, like, and he's just getting open and like he got the first 2 touchdowns and he gets a punt return for a touchdown.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
Take it. Thank you.
for sure. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah.
And we'll see Josh Allen's development. I mean, like he's getting confident. I mean, for $258 million, he better be.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see because sometimes we seek a little bit of that regression, right, from the new quarter. We saw Lamar Jackson, like when teams get a little more tape and can have an offseason to kind of dive in. Will we see? Not that he'll play poorly because I think Josh Allen's still going to be great, but maybe some tendencies that he did not working as well.
Well, I was say my funny mention Lamar. It's like if you watch like the playoff game, it was the regular season game from the year before, just better executed.
Right.
It's
Exactly.
literally the same exact game.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
And we had the luck of a crazy windstorm, and Justin Tucker couldn't kick a field goal to save his life, which we never say. And his facial reactions were just priceless. He's like, how? I bring that up because you have a rookie punter, and I mean, yes, we're gonna talk about the punter, Shane.
Yes, we are. Look, he's a beast.
I have no doubt, but that stadium, if it's at all that with those wins in that damn stadium, I can tell you, will come out of nowhere and mess with you. Like no tomorrow if you don't know how to play the wins right.
Look, I'm sure but like when you're a
Nope.
240-pound punter, you
I
got
was
some
saying,
leg back there.
I was gonna say, how much does he weigh? Like he looked like he's a middle linebacker.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
He
it's like
he 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 talks about that a lot of like when people find out he plays football and they ask what position, he says punter. They're like, what?
well,
Is
it's like the late Reggie Roby who was 6'5", 260.
yeah. I
Yeah.
think Harbin came in at the combine 263. So
Well, he's getting back and he's taking command, but looking to maintain weight there.
I'm sure, but yeah, I mean it was they force fed him that job, so I'm hopeful he'll do well. It's might be needed at some point. Sure.
Does I guess my speak well we'll jump to the defense. Does TJ Watt play Sunday?
Ooh, it's a fair question.
It is. I mean,
I
I'm getting more excited by the day. It's like he's not playing. I mean, yeah, you have Melvin Ingram, but he's not TJ Watt.
right, and Alex Highsmith has had a good off season, but I think he will play. So he
I
said
hope
he
he.
would. He came back today.
Oh,
Like
good.
things look fine, but I don't think it's 100%. Like I think he could say, I mean, his brother's on the team. I think it's tough to like not play.
Wait, I didn't think Derek and him were related.
They're brothers. They
Oh,
him, TJ and JJ are all brothers. So
good. The next generation Gronkowski. Thanks.
yeah, right. It's a little nicer, I think, than the Gronkowskis, but no,
Yeah,
I think he will play ultimately, and I wonder if the Steelers are gonna change their stance and negotiate in season because they might have to.
I think they're gonna have to because he's like, I mean, to say he's mad, probably an understatement right now.
Yeah,
It's a little tense.
it was interesting, So like when I covered the camp, he was working out on the side with a trainer, which he did. That's all he did every day, instead of being on the field and in training camp and being with the defense. And like the defensive coordinator even was like, "Look, it's a contract issue, and like I support him. Like I was, in the league and in the union, and he should make what he wants. He should try to do what he has to do. Like so, I
Yeah,
think at the very least, they're understanding. It's not. I don't think the Steelers are holding a grudge for him being mad. Like it's understandable.
and I mean, it's unfortunately it's like the Steeler way.
Yeah, and at some point you have to bend a little bit, and they put themselves in the financial situation that they're in because Kevin Colbert is going to retire probably with Ben, and they're just trying to win a Super Bowl and as quick as they can.
So like 2035, 2037.
They're just putting all that eggs in that basket, and it's thin. The
I
roster's
mean,
thin, but
it's a really hard division now.
oh yeah, it's
I mean,
brutal.
I'm Buffalo's thankful. I mean, they got the Jets and maybe the Dolphins being fairly easy. New England, who the heck knows?
Yeah, let's hope.
I mean, it's crazy, and also it's crazy thing the Bills. Josh Allen's the other statesman at quarterback in the AFC East at
Yeah,
25. At 25.
it's nuts. It shows you what the NFL's like here.
I wish luck for Mac Jones, Tua Tagovailoa, and Zach Wilson. I mean, God, I don't know. I don't know why I don't like Zach. It's not just because he's on the Jets. It's just like I have a weird feeling.
Yeah, I was low on him going into the draft. I mean, I definitely like Justin Fields and Trey Lance more. I get it, and I think he'll perform well. It's similar. Like I don't love Justin Herbert, coming in. I think could be similar. Wilson definitely
Oh,
has some talents that are rare, and the Jets are going to have to throw the ball a lot. Their defense is god awful, and they don't have a running back, so he's going
and
to be
they
slinging it.
and they won't even pay Marcus May.
No, they won't. They won't pay. I think they're tearing that defense completely apart, and then that's going to be the focus here.
I mean, when you have to bring Shaq Lawson from Houston in on like an emergency trade
Yeah,
because
just
your number one like your high prize free agency ruptures his Achilles tendon, and then one of your other ends gets a rare blood disease and they're both out for the year. It's like, oh, that's good.
right. And what Jared Davis they signed from Detroit, he's still out. He'll be out for a couple weeks. Like it's killer.
Yeah, it's like insert eye roll here if you're a Jets fan.
Yeah, that's rough.
I do check on my friends that are Jets. I mean, I've replaced the Browns with my friends that are Jets fans. Like they're like, if they're near a bridge or anything high, I'm like, it's okay. I'm a Bills fan. I know how it goes.
Let's not count the Browns out of it yet. You know, I was there for Derek Anderson, Braylon Edwards going to win the Super Bowl. So let's not jump. Let's not
Uh,
jump anywhere. Let's not say the Browns are here. You know,
I would say if here's good, I'd say they're like about here. To be honest, they're like right below really good.
the roster's good. Like the coach is good. Like everything should go right.
But it's Cleveland.
I can't. I'll believe it when I see it. Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's like I was expecting them to go 8-8 last year.
Yeah, that would have been pretty good. Like, you know.
Well, it's Cleveland. Like you have all this talent and you just do average.
Right.
Because
right.
why? You're in Cleveland.
Yeah.
I mean, it's no different. The Cleveland Indians, the Cleveland Browns, the Cleveland Gladiators, which is also the name of a roller derby team. In case you didn't know.
The Guardians. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Did you hear about that whole snafu the Guardians had for baseball?
I did. I did. Like, and I feel like Washington and the NFL is gonna have the same thing somehow, right? It's
Yeah,
gonna happen.
I hope Snyder does due diligence and checks websites.
But like once they cut the name, like people bought up every every trademark of every name that possibly could be. So
Yeah, I was rooting for the Red Tails because I thought that was really cool historically and
yeah,
all that.
yeah. You know, what's your this is so far off top. What's your guess for what it'll be?
I think he brings back the Redskins just to stick it to the NFL.
No, there's no way. There's no chance.
I could see him crazily stupidly keeping it as the football team.
It could happen. I hope. I know a lot of people like it. I hope not. I think it'll be Red
It's too
Wolves.
soccery for me.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
think the
that's a
Red
good
Wolves.
point. I think
I mean,
that's my guess. I feel like all the different DC senator, like those kind of things is just too
yeah, like
too
the
politically.
Capitals or
Yeah, it's like I don't think it'll work, but yeah, I'm guessing Red Wolves. That's my guess.
I think that's gotta be one of the favorites. Like, or no, it's the Washington Kraken. Just they're gonna steal right from Seattle.
Hey, look, it's a good name. I give Seattle credit. I like
Yeah.
it.
They always pick the fan suggested names. It doesn't always work out from the Mariners, the
That's true.
Seahawks, now the Kraken. Come on.
Now the Kraken.
And now we're talking hockey on a quote unquote football podcast, which I love.
I know nothing about any other sports, so
Yeah, that's why I love
can't
doing
help
that to
you.
you because I do that all the time too, and I love every segment. It's like,
Yeah.
so yeah,
No,
yeah, talk about like
no,
hockey. Like, Jan's like, yeah.
I like I can name less than 5 hockey players, so
And you live,
fun.
and the worst part is everyone he lives in Pittsburgh. He should probably know some people on the Pittsburgh
Like
Penguins.
I know Sidney Crosby, and they're probably all Penguins or former Penguins, so
Yeah,
that's
if you know
about it.
Sidney Crosby, Mario Lemieux, I think you're safe in Pittsburgh now.
Yeah, yeah. Well, no, I don't count anyone that's retired, but current NHL players. There's a couple, but
I'll get to get on for like a hockey podcast just to mess with you one time. Like, Shane, keep going. There's like
please,
we're having a hockey show. Shane, do you want to come on?
like I'll be like, oh yeah, it's icing. That's a penalty. I don't know what that is, but
It's an infraction when you clear the puck too far and you can't.
that sounds dumb. I think it's terrible.
Oh, absolutely. It's totally dumb, but it's like it's been a rule of hockey forever. Anyway, back to football. Like,
Yeah.
so I mean, we'll get this over with right now since we only got like 10 minutes. But like, I'm just gonna be quick. What's the score of the game Sunday? Final score?
I think the Bills win. I think it will be. I'm gonna say 27-24. I think it'll be pretty close. I think but it could be one of those games like the Bills kind of get up early, the Steelers kind of catch up, but it's like too late and it's not going to happen.
Or I actually like that score. I was gonna say like 27-21.
Yeah, it's fair.
Because I agree it's gonna be like close. I don't like. I mean, I still think Buffalo. Obviously, I'm not just picking the Bills. I just think they're just a better team right now. They're younger and they're deeper.
Yeah, I think if the Steelers secondary overperforms, I think the Bills will have some issues. Like I think the Steelers will score. even against the Bills defense, decent. I think they'll find ways to do it. With the different offense. I think it's going to be an adjustment, but I'm definitely scared of Josh Allen against the corners that the Steelers have.
It's something that I think the other problem is if the Bills keep this pressure number up. Do you hear the number they did in preseason? It was 63. They pressured the quarterback 63% of the time.
Yeah, that'll be bad. That'll be bad.
Yeah, Ben, like I said, Ben might have to collect Social Security after the game.
Yeah, I think you're going to see a lot of Najee Harris. I think it's going to be a lot of draws, screens, things like that.
And hopefully the rookie guys are good at run blocking.
Yeah, Kendrick, they drafted guys that are good at run blocking. But, that's what they did. So, which probably doesn't bode well for Ben still. But, that's.
He won't get Ben won't get sacked, but he'll throw a pick or two because it's Ben.
Oh yeah, it's bound to happen for sure.
Yeah, it's like that pick six last year. It was they made such a big deal about he hasn't been sacked and this many times, and he throws a pick six to end the first half.
Well, it's not a sack, so it's fine.
Yeah, it's okay, it's 190. Oh, never mind, that's a touchdown. It's gonna be like I said. The Bills have a relentless passer. I'm surprised they kept 10 defensive linemen.
Yeah, and they're all different too, which is interesting.
Yeah, guys can play. They can play multiple positions too.
Right. So, yeah, it's
I don't know where they're going to hide Greg Rousseau because again he's a gigantic tree. Goes by the nickname Groot. They already got the chant going in Buffalo, which I love. Instead of the old Bruce chant or it's now Groot.
I love it.
I'm like, oh my god, only in Buffalo, everyone.
Yeah, right. But that's great. Buffalo is so good at that kind of stuff. So,
and it's me. I'm going to be there Saturday night because I'm not driving that traffic Sunday morning.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, it's worth $100 to get a hotel room 5 miles from the stadium.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Especially when I reserved the hotel room the day the schedule came out, so the hotel prices didn't change yet. The hotel I'm staying in, I was $400 a night for a Comfort Inn. The saddest thing, they'll probably get it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And I paid 106.
So you can't beat that, man.
No, like I said, 5 miles from the stadium, I can wake up at 6:30, instead of 5, and be like, hey, we got this, we're good.
I love it.
Let's see what else. And like I said, I wish I could take you up to the game Sunday. I really do, because just to experience it all.
Yeah. That will be
especially
awesome.
especially a Bills Steelers tailgate.
Yeah, I'm sure it's fun. I'm sure you got some Steelers fans there that are trying.
They're paying through the nose. I saw secondhand tickets are almost on par with Tampa Bay, Dallas.
Wow.
It's Buffalo, Pittsburgh. Right. It's opening week of the season.
Yeah.
So there's some optimism left, for some games. Only for the Jets. Once again, not the Jets.
Maybe the Lions and Texans more so this year. I think
the
Jets have a better shot than them, but Texans are still trading away everyone they have. So
I love how they all had them on 1-year deals. It's what are you doing?
That's great.
We'll sign the entire NFL to 1-year deals.
Yeah, hey, look, it sounds like me and Madden. That's just,
you gotta do the 7-year deals, especially in 22.
Yeah, but no, I think Steelers Bills will be fun.
It always is. Like I said, it's a rivalry game without being a rivalry game.
Yeah, it's gonna be physical, for sure.
It's the AFC Rust Belt at its finest.
Yeah. I'm excited. I do hope the Bills do well, for you and the brethren out there. You guys have gone through some stuff. So,
wait, what happened again? I forgot. I wasn't on for that. I blacked out those 4 years.
Other than Cleveland, I always, root for those fan bases that have struggled at time for a while. So
Cleveland didn't struggle. They went
imploded. The EJ Manuel years, I'm
not even worried about the EJ Manuel years. I'm talking back to the 90s. God, those four Super Bowls killed me. And I was like, I was 8, 9, 10, and 11 when those things happened.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I remember right away, right? Like it was yesterday, and it was 30 years ago,
Yeah,
which is
right. It's
31 years ago
crazy.
now.
That's crazy to think about.
Yeah, I was hoping because the game was back in Tampa. I was hoping for Bills to be the Bill. There were Bills were one game away. Could you imagine how much they would have said about the Bills being in the Super Bowl 30 years later? The only thing is like how many times would we see the right image because it was in Tampa and it was 30 years ago.
Yeah, right.
There'd be there'd be
It'd
at least
be
two drinking. There'd be a few drinking games about that.
it would be nuts.
They would find Scott Norwood, who's still beloved in Buffalo, believe it or not.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, he missed a kick. So what?
right. You know,
Speaking of kicks, like, we mentioned like we didn't really mention Tyler West. Have you ever seen his kickoff delivery? It's like the weirdest thing to me.
I don't know if I have. I don't know if I've noticed that.
He takes like four. He only takes like 4 steps and kicks like the ever-living bejesus out of the ball.
Wow. That's cool. That's interesting.
Especially considering like he's only like 2 inches taller than you and he's like about the same weight.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. He's good. He's good.
He's wiry.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like I said, he's a little guy, but like I said, he just absolutely just mauls that ball.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Which is all you want.
Yeah, he's no Sebastian Janikowski. I mean, God, it's like there better be a picture of him next to your punter.
That would be great, actually.
Because one guy's like 5'9" and 180 pounds. The other guy's what? How tall is he? Relatively tall too, despite doing 240.
Yeah, 260.
And he's like 6'4".
Yeah, I think he came in at no, not quite that tall. I think he's pretty short actually.
But
I think he's like 6 foot, but still,
the visual would be great.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'd take it for sure.
Or Tyler Bass next to Greg Rousseau, just because why the heck not?
Yeah, might as well, right?
Because you got the littlest guy, the biggest guy on the team. It's like, hi.
Yeah.
It'd be like your day when you met Nate Solder. It's like except for Greg Rousseau, it's just like a brick house, for like a better word, with longer arms, and he's shorter.
It's crazy.
But I think when we got the prediction in, I think we're good. If you want to hop off and get ready for your show.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it, man. It's a good catching up with you, talking to you.
Yeah, and like I said, we'll do another show soon. You're a friend of the show. Well, I should say, friend of like many of my shows.
Yeah.
You've done like 6 or 7 different ones. And
I've done the tour,
Yeah, I think you're the only one that's been on every show of mine, which I love.
That's awesome.
With different hosts and all that. But like I said, have a good night, have a good show, and we'll talk soon.
Yeah, sounds good.